So if you want to come, good morning, everybody. I'm Ellen. Take your big toes together. If this is okay in your hips at this time in the morning, I'm suggesting 2 blocks. It's so nice to have blocks in the morning to stretch out a little bit, taking the floor just a little bit closer. I just saw Target had these on sale for $5, so really good investment in your yoga practice. Oh, there's somebody up to enter. So come bringing the hips way down to your heels if that's comfortable. It's just a nice way to soften gently the hips. Bringing your hands out, stretching wide, fingers as wide as possible. Stretching your fingertips as close to the top of the mat you can, and then just rest your forehead in the middle of the mat. And you may want to just gently move your head side to side, kind of massaging that third eye, and just making very slight tweaks in stretching out the arms and pressing hips closer to the heels. Another little micro adjustment is taking the knees just a little bit farther apart. Feeling this gentle hip opener as we begin this morning. So the plan this morning is just kind of for an overall stretch with some hip attention. Blocks are again so nice to use as cushions to balance. We're going to do some balancing. Oh, so coming into your breath, breathing in through the nose. Slow exhale out of the nose. And then very slowly roll up, coming into a tabletop. Taking your hands just a little bit farther forward on your mat so that you can take big stretches with the torso, allowing the head to just fall. And I invite you to use Ujjayi breath, that strong victory breath. As I told the group yesterday, so important for deep breathing, for moving our lymph system around, in addition to these poses, but the breath, breathing through the nose, exhaling through the nose, and gently restricting the muscles in the back of the throat. Take your torso rolls the opposite direction. See if you can deepen the stretch as you come to the back of your mat. And then begin to take just gentle flow from upward facing dog. See if you can do this with knees off the floor, bringing the knees down and rolling the back all the way back down to the heels. So it's just this nice, gentle flow. Bringing eyes closed and just seeing if you can sync the breath to movement. Creating that ocean-sounding breath with Ujjayi breath. Slow, smooth, liquid. And as you come into your up dog, pull the shoulders back, press the floor away from your back to engage the knees even more. One more time, and then we'll return back to tabletop. Readjust your hands underneath your shoulders, and then begin to take cat-cow. Again, as you take the cow position when your belly is down, pulling the shoulder blades together, and then pressing the shoulders away as you take the cat. Find stillness in your tabletop. Turn the toes under. Let's just lift the knees gently off the floor and pedal out. So you're on the ball mounts of the feet. Arms are straight. almost tiger claw your hands into the mat so your fingernails are white. That engagement. Then begin to press your chest into your thighs. Hold here, feel this stretch, press the floor away from you with your hands, and then begin to lift your hips. Keep pedaling out, allow the head to fall. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Melt heels to the floor as much as you can. And bring attention to your elbows and pull them out towards the sides. And then draw them in. The drawing them in is where you want to go, allowing the shoulders to expand just a bit. Bend your knees, see your hands step all the way to the top of the mat. Interlace elbows to opposite hand. Bend the knees generously here. Allow the head to fall. And like we did, if you joined me yesterday for class, we're going to do the sunflower pose. Turn your body towards the right and lift your elbows all the way up, creating a big circle as you round this. We'll just go around 3 times. And again, bend the knees so that it's comfortable. Big circles. Feel the side body stretch. As you come into the center, press into the feet, lift the arches, gaze up to the sky, and press the forearms to the sky. Inhale, breath, beautiful. Exhale, baby back bend. Take it slow. Press the hips forward. Inhale, come back to center. Grab the opposite elbow, and let's take the opposite direction for sunflower. Make any noises you need to kind of release. And next time as you come up to the top, we'll do the same thing. Press the forearms up to the sky. Take a baby back bend. Press evenly into both feet. Hug your thighs together as you take this baby back bend. Inhale, reach high. Arms release up to the sky, Tadasana. Inhale, breath. Exhale, take a baby back bend again. Pressing your shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms high. Swan dive down. Take your arms wide to the side. Inhale, half lift. Press your hands into the thighs, right underneath the knees. Pull the shoulder blades together. Gaze straight down. Lift the tailbone. Smooth breath in through the nose. Exhale, release. Take your hands to the floor, one leg back, then the other leg back. We're going to hold high plank, maybe back and forth movement. Inhale, breath. Exhale. Now pull the belly button in. Spread your fingers wide. Engage the legs. Press the heels to the back of the room. And then come 2 inches forward. Hold here. Pull the elbows in as you engage into the rib cage. Flip the toes over and press into all 10 toes. Lift your heart. Pull the shoulders back again to adjust. Inhale, breath. Exhale, turn the toes under, downward facing dog. Pedal out. Take it slow. Find the rest quality in this asana. Press your hands away from the mat. Lift the hips. Bend your knees. See your hands step all the way to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Swan dive all the way back up. Baby back bend. Inhale, arms high. Palms together. Simple sun salutations here. Exhale, half lift. Hands come to the floor. Right leg back. Left leg back. We're going to engage our upper body core with this elevator movement, so you're in high plank pose. Press the heels back. Your arms stay straight. Your torso presses down. And then press up. We're going to take these slow. Engage your core. Pull the belly button in. This should really help you warm up. Press the floor away from you. Come down just 2 more times. Inhale, press up. Exhale down. Inhale, breath. Exhale, press up. Downward facing dog. Those of us that traveled here, it should be pretty warm, right, Barbara? Pedal out. Bend your knees, see your hands step all the way to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive all the way back up, arms to the side. Another baby back bend, press your heart up to the sky. Inhale, arms high. Palms together, slow forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Hands come to the floor. High plank pose again. Let's hold plank pose here. Lift the left heel with the right foot flex, pinky toe pressing down. Now your gaze is straight down, but pull that right thigh into the chest without moving your head. So it's just the leg movement. Bringing it in, pressing it out. Again, pulling it in, exhaling out. Now flex that right foot like you're pushing something really strong away from you. One more time, hold it in and hug for 3, 2, press the floor away, and 1, place it down. Let's just hold plank pose, catch our breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, lift the left heel. Flex the toes with the pinky toe pressing down and draw it in. Press out, flex that foot. Bring it in. Exhale out. Couple more times here. Let's hold it in, hug it in for 3, 2, and 1. Pull the elbows in, take your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, let's all rest in downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. If you need to take a child's pose rest, if that would be more helpful, go ahead, bring knees to the floor and find child's pose. Inhale, breath. Exhale, bend your knees, see your hands step to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Find a chair pose, and in this variation of chair pose, our arms are just going to reach out. Palms facing one another, but pull the shoulders into the sockets. Sit low. See if you can bring all 10 toes off the floor. Inhale. Let's rise to standing little baby back bend. Inhale, arms high, back to chair pose. Pull those shoulders into the sockets. One more time. Press into the feet as you take a baby back bend. Exhale, back to Utkatasana, chair pose. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Hands come to heart center. Let's forward fold to release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, high to low plank. Drop the knees to the floor. This time, pull the elbows in. Hug, hug, hug. Lower down halfway. Press the toes into the floor. Lift yourself up. Pull the shoulders back. Gaze forward. Inhale, breath. Toes come under, downward facing dog. Right away, the right leg slowly lifts. Use your core, leg muscles. Inhale, draw knee to nose, but hug the thigh into your chest for 3, 2, and 1. Place gently between your hands. This is when the blocks are nice, especially early in the morning. Just take a bend and straighten moment, straightening this out as we move into crescent lunge. Back heel is pressing down. Take the hands to your thigh. Let's straighten the spine just a little bit more. Roll the shoulders back, the crown of the head pressing up to the ceiling. Back leg is straight. Hug your thighs together. Arms come high. Inhale, breath. Exhale, release down with the shoulders. Airplane your arms behind and press the palms towards one another like they're holding a balloon. Pull the shoulder blades a little tighter. Bend your front knee. Lift that left knee off for one-legged Tadasana. Balance might be a little tricky this time in the morning. Hold here. The heel is underneath your knee. Inhale, breath. Exhale, take the arms back. Dakasana. The left foot follows back. Just hold just for a moment. And then place it down onto the floor. Come back to your crescent lunge. Press the back foot down, open up to warrior two. And again, bend and straighten here. Take your time. Shoulders over hips. It's easy sometimes to reach over. We want the shoulders right over the hips at this point. And then find stillness. Gaze over your third finger. The back arm comes down as you reach the right arm over to dance it back. Inhale, breath. Let's take an extended side angle with the left arm all the way over. And we'll flow it just 3 times back to reverse triangle. Beautiful, Barb. Straighten that front leg. Inhale to the front. Just flowing back and forth, breath to movement. One more time, reach, reach, reach. Now let's all open to star pose to the side wall. Reach your arms high. Adjust your feet 45 degrees. Reaching with power. Inhale, breath. Exhale, come down to horse, making sure that the arches aren't falling. This time we're going to take our hands inside just to give another hip opening by bending the opposite shoulder down, dip low. Maybe move back and forth. What feels good in your body here? Moving back and forth. And let's come all the way back up to star pose. Reaching high. Inhale, breath. Exhale, horse. Pull the shoulder blades together. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. We're going to hold it here. Options, stay right here. Perfect reason to stay right here. If you want a little bit more, you can lift the heels. If you want a little bit more, you can lift the arms with a mudra, thumb to third finger to help focus. More yet, you can take little pulses just for 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels. Press yourself up. Beautiful. We're going to take triangle pose. So come into warrior 2 with both your triangle pose. Lower the front hip. Begin to reach towards the front. Tick-tock your arms when you can't. This is where you want a block or a water bottle. We're going to take balancing half moon. Inch the back foot a little bit closer. Bend your front knee. Take the block with you or your water bottle. Place it underneath your nose. Flex the back foot. Find a smooth breath in. Can you come into this slow enough so that you can find more balance? Can you come into this slow enough to help create a smooth breath in, smooth breath out? On your next inhale, bend your front knee. Return to reverse triangle, and then spin it around. Take your vinyasa. Press hands into the floor. You can lift the right leg. You can skip the vinyasa altogether and go right into down dog. Breath in. Let's all meet in down dog. Find stillness. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. We're going to take this to the left side, so make sure your block is handy or your water bottle for those moments of balance. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, draw the knee into nose. Hug it into the chest for 3. You should be on the toes of your right foot. 2 and 1. Gently place between your hands. Again, use the blocks to bring the floor a little closer. Gaze forward. Just take your back and forward movement here. And then let's find our crescent lunge. So bend the front knee at 90 degrees. Take your hands to the left thigh. Roll the shoulders up and down. Find the elongation of the spine. Now hug your thighs together. Back leg is straight, heel pressing down. Lift your arms. Inhale, breath. Release the shoulders. Your palms are facing one another. Relax shoulders, but fingers reaching for the sky. Inhale, breath. Let's airplane arms. Press those palms together like you're hugging a balloon. Gaze down and slowly come into one-legged Tadasana, bringing that right knee underneath the heel. Woo. Hold here, find stability. Maybe find a dristi, focus point. Pull the belly button in. Flex those right toes. Inhale, breath, Dakasana. Taking that leg back with the arms. Hang tight a little bit. Flex that, press that pinky toe down. Press those palms together. Inhale, lift. Bend the left knee slowly. Back to crescent lunge. Open up to warrior two. Adjust your feet. Heel to arch alignment. Take time to bend and straighten here. Reaching the arms wide. Inhale, breath. Make sure the knee doesn't go over the heel. If so, I always have to back up because I have long legs. Reach fingertip to fingertip. Let's dance it back. Inhale, breath. Beautiful. Exhale. Take it all the way over. Right arm comes all the way over, reaches, and then take your flow back to reverse triangle. Inhale. And exhale, using those leg muscles to flow. Inhale, reach right into star pose. Adjust your feet 45 degrees. Inhale. Exhale, come into your horse. Knees over heels. Lift the arches. Pull the shoulders back. Let's take that inner stretch. Opposite elbow towards the opposite thigh. What would feel good in your body to attend to? Maybe it's pressing side to side. Feeling the opening of the hips. And let's begin our flow. Inhale, star pose. Reach high. Exhale, come down to horse. Pulling the shoulder blades together. Inhale, press into the feet. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. And you know where we're going. We're going to hold this here. So what would be helpful to you? What needs attention? You want balance? Do you want to work on coming lower here? Do you want the arm engagement? Take that mudra, third finger and thumb. Find the dristi for 3. You can pulse for 2. Oh, my legs are shaking. Heels come down, reach high. Inhale, breath. Exhale. Let's take a forward fold. Pigeon toe your feet. Bend down. Take your hands underneath the shoulders. Bend your knees. Maybe take a little back and forth here. Inhale. Using breath to movement. You can expand your arms out like an eagle. Take it behind your back like a speed skater. And get the most out of the side stretches by pressing on the outsides of the feet as you take the opposite direction. Your back is straight, your gaze is down. Inhale, find stillness, straighten the legs, tee your arms, come all the way up. Moving into that triangle pose, pivot the left foot over, inhale, lower the left hip, reach, 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 reach. Tick-tock your arms when you can't reach anymore. Find your triangle pose, pressing your heart up to the sky. Find your block or your water bottle. Bend your left knee. Take your right foot a little bit closer and take off for your balancing half moon. Flex that left foot or right foot. Little to no weight on the block. So oftentimes when we come into half moon, we depend so much on the left hand on the block. So transfer the weight back to your standing leg. The block is there just for a balance point. For 3, 2, bend the front knee, reverse your triangle, and then take your vinyasa, take your arms all the way around. Press hands wide into the floor so that you can lift the left leg, float it down, pull the elbows in, up dog, breath in. Exhale, lift the hips downward, facing dog. Allow the pedaling out. Inhale, breath. Exhale, come into high plank pose. Find your engagement here, and we are going to take toe taps. So tap to the right, tap to the left. But use open mouth exhales with the taps. So it's going to sound like pulling the belly button in. Keep going. Keep pressing the floor away from you. And you want especially the space between the shoulder blades to press up to the sky. Just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. Take your knees wide. Find a resting posture for child's pose. Just like we started, rest the forehead in the middle. Keep pressing hips down. Your hips should feel way different now from the beginning. Breath in, breath out. Slowly come all the way up. We'll do one more engagement with plank. Take your forearms to the floor, interlace hands. Turn your toes under and lift the hips. And we're just going to take some time to glide forward, pressing into the forearms to lift yourself up. A lot of upper body building this morning. Reach forward. As you reach forward, the entire body should be in one long line plane. Back your heels up a little bit to create a long line from the crown of the head to the back of your feet, bottoms of the feet rather. We'll do 5 more. Lift and press forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open mouth on the glide forward. I think we got 3 more here. Press up. Exhale forward. As you press up this time, press into the elbows to lift the hips a little bit more. One last time. And let's hold here. Allow the head to fall. So the top, maybe the forehead touches, maybe not. Keep pressing the hips high to the sky. Press into the elbows to help this long engagement. Inhale, breath. Exhale, bend forward, drop your knees. One more child's pose rest. Breath in, breath out. Might want to move the hips back and forth. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up. Just a couple more postures. Our time flies so fast here. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg high, pinky toe pressing down. Bring that right knee all the way through the chest, just like we did, and land softly between your hands. Drop the back heel, align heel to heel for warrior 1. Now right away, pull that right hip back. Bring the left hip a little bit closer. Concentrate on the back foot, pressing on the outside of the foot. Bring your hands to your waist and press up. So both feet are holding this posture evenly. Lift the arms high, inhale, breath. The front knee is bent, back leg is straight, baby back bend. Inhale, lift the arms. Now interlace the hands behind the back. Press the fists down, pull the shoulders back, a chest expansion. Gaze up slightly to the sky. Make sure that back leg is straight and the back foot, especially on the side. So lift the arches. Inhale, humble warrior. Take your time. Stretching the fist to the back, stretching the crown of the head towards the floor. And then bring your arms up towards the sky, fists over your head. Pull the shoulders together, the elbows. Make sure that that right hip is pressing back. Inhale as if somebody is pulling up on your head. Come all the way back up. Release the hands, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. You're going to want a block or water bottle on the outside of your right foot by the pinky toe. So let's go back into triangle pose. Reach, reach, reach. Tick-tock your arms. Take the top arm onto the waist and begin to pivot towards the front. The back foot, bring it in a little bit like 45 degrees. Square the hips right towards your foot. So you're in the pyramid pose. Take the left hand, put it on the block or near the floor on a water bottle. Take your right hand on the right waist. Straighten the hips, pulling that right hip back. Now begin to very slowly press into the hand with the block, but both feet are taking the weight of this posture. Just like, and begin twisting for revolve triangle. This is kind of our peak pose for the morning. Keep twisting, gaze up to the sky. See your fingers if you can. Keep leveling the hips towards the front. Inhale, breath. Exhale, let's return right hand to the block. Come back into the triangle pose. Come all the way up. Pivot towards the front. Just take a forward fold. And come all the way up. Interlace hands. Pointer fingers up. Biceps by your ears. Now bring the feet in a little bit closer. Pivot the right foot to the front. Heel to arch. Moving into pyramid pose. So again, straighten shoulders, hips towards the front. Reach the pointer finger up to the sky. Inhale, breath. Release the shoulders down and begin to take your pyramid pose. So both hips level towards the front. The pointer fingers are going to touch the floor first. Once they do, allow the head to fall. You can release the hands, tent them to the floor, and keep working that right hip into the socket. Inhale, hands onto the shin for halfway lift, gazes down. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, slowly rise. Exhale, pyramid pose down. Interlace the fingers, back to the pointer fingers, down to the floor. Biceps by your ears, press into the feet evenly to allow your core to lift you all the way back up. Interlace hands behind the back. Press down just like we did in Humble Warrior. Now bend the front knee, gazes forward. As you teeter-totter forward, the back foot comes up for toppling tree. This is a balance posture. Take it slow, so slow. You're pressing down in that right foot. Fists come over. Just explore this posture. It's okay to fall out. When you're ready to fall out, maybe too much, just tense your fingers to the floor. Lift the left heel high. Allow the head to fall. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend both knees. Come down in a seated spiral for our seated spiral stretch. Whew. You want the sits bones to be felt in the floor. Before we go into spiral, we're going to take a little variation of sundial. I know yesterday we did sundial pose. Take your right hand on the outside of, or your left hand on the outside of your right foot. Extend it out. So this might be reminiscent of yesterday's sundial, although we did a little different. You can, if that's not accessible, take your hand onto the ankle or the shin. Take your right hand behind, lift the crown, and then extend the arm out. Press the leg away. Keep twisting at the waist. Gaze behind you. Release. Come back into that seated spiral. If you can't feel both sits bones on the floor, extend the left leg out. Flex the toes. Tuck that right heel in. Lift the crown. Take your left hand behind. Let's see what we're going to do. We're going to actually do this way. Take the right hand behind your spine. Take the fingers wide. It becomes your second spine. Take the left arm high. Bend at the elbow. And then press the left elbow into the right thigh and twist. You can take that same mudra. Thumb to third finger and twist. The left foot is absolutely flexed. Pull the belly button in. Inhale, press into the sits bones and twist. And let's release. Gaze forward. Pull both knees in. Come onto the knees with one knee in front of the other. Take the feet wide. This is where you might want a cushion or a block. You might use that to sit on. You might not need that. It just feels a lot better to sit on a cushion. So your feet are wide. This is where you might want a strap as well. So sit tall, take your hands behind. This might be enough stretch for your hips this morning. Close your eyes and just feel the sensation of the hips. Your hands are pressing behind you just to help straighten the spine. If you want the arm variation, take the strap in your right hand. Take the strap high to the sky with your right arm. Bend at the elbow, take your left hand around, grab the strap. If your fingers touch, you don't need the strap. So we're engaging the fingers in the back. So it looks like this. I like to press my knuckles into the back so it can help create a stronger, straight spine. Eyes closed, inhale breath, just hold the sensation, breathe through it using the breath. Inhale, exhale, press it into the area of most sensation. That might be the tops of your arms, it might be the hips. Another variation to this posture is to take a big inhale and start forward folding. And slowly rise. Let's release the hands if you did the arm variation. Pause here, just take hands to the side. And then press yourself forward, unwind. You may need to take a back and forth. Woo, I'm feeling that one. And we'll take that same sequence to the other side, so find downward facing dog. Pedal out. Lift your left leg high. Bring it all the way through, right between your hands. Lower the back heel, heel to heel, and then just maybe take it that left foot an inch over towards the left side of your mat. Take your hands to your waist. Lift the arches, press all the way up so you evenly divide this weight between the feet. Lift the arms high, inhale, baby back bend. Goal post your arms, gentle back bend. Inhale, arms high. Now take the arms behind your back, opposite thumb on top. Press down, pull those elbows together as you take a chest expansion, gaze up. Slowly come back to center. Humble warrior. Press the sternum forward, keeping the shoulders and hips square. Come all the way down. As you teeter-totter down the head, the fists come up over your head, pulling those arms in towards one another. Biceps, triceps, elbows. Pull the belly button in and press that back hip away. Inhale, press evenly into both feet as you come up. Release the hands, warrior two. Exhale, warrior two, and then come into your triangle pose. Having a block ready for our balancing half moon. Reach out, inhale, lower the back. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. We already did half moon, didn't we? We're doing the revolved half moon. That's what we're doing. Revolved triangle. There we go. So take the block. Put it on the outside of your left toe. Reaching that right arm high. Taking it to the waist and then pivot your hips towards the front. You might want to take a little smaller stance between foot. Take your left hand and put it onto your left waist. Right hand comes around and presses on the block. Now, we're not using all the weight on the block, so transfer weight into both feet, gaze down. Begin to take your left arm high to the sky and twist with the hand on the block, just to help engage the twist. You might gaze up to the sky. Notice how much you're depending on the block. Take more weight off the block, transfer it to the feet. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Release this, come back into triangle pose. Reach high, and then come all the way back up. We did take a forward fold, so pigeon your feet, just take a bow forward. You might want to lift the sides of the feet, use the elbows and shoulders to pull yourself down into this forward straddle fold. Inhale, breath. Exhale, release, hands out to the side, come all the way up. Inch your feet together, interlace hands, opposite thumb on top in the front, and then pivot on the left toes to the right. We're moving into pyramid pose. Level hips, shoulders straight. Inhale, breath. Tuck the chin and reach those pointer fingers forward. Take your pyramid fold very slowly, working on level hips, level shoulders. Once those fingertips reach the floor, go ahead, tent the fingers. Keep pressing that back, that left hip into the socket. Inhale, half lift, hands on shin. Exhale, forward fold. Do you notice any difference on the left from the right? Create that body awareness one more time. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Re-engage the fingers. Pointer fingers down, biceps by your ears. Press evenly into both feet as you come all the way back up. So much strength. Take your hands behind the back, opposite thumb on top. Gaze down. Toppling tree. So gaze forward, find a drishti. Pull the shoulders back, begin to bend the front knee as you lift the back leg off. Take it slow. Notice the balancing on this side versus the right. Back foot is pressing up to the sky, heel up to the sky. See if you can hold this balance a little bit longer. Inhale, breath. Exhale, standing splits. Tense your fingers to the floor. Lift the right heel. Allow the head to fall. We're here for 3. Keep lifting. 2. Bend both knees as you come into your seated spiral. And we'll take that sundial pose again, or variation of it. Take your right hand on the outside of that left foot. Extend it out or grab the shin. Extend your left arm back and take a stretch. Lift the crown. Exhale, now bend both knees, come into your seated spiral. And again, if you can't feel both sits bones, extend that right leg out. Flex the toes. Take your right hand, or left hand, it becomes your second spine. Take the fingers wide as possible. Press yourself up. Take your elbow into that left thigh. Take that mudra. Inhale, lift the crown, flex the toes, and then use the elbow pressing into that left thigh to help with the twist. Pull the belly button in. Inhale, close your eyes. Exhale, twist. One more time. You have the mudra with the thumb to third finger. Pressing into the thigh with the elbow for a little bit more engagement. Inhale, exhale, twist for 3, 2, 1. Let's release. Turn to the other side. And we're coming into our last posture, the cow pose. Bringing the knees one in front of the other. Taking them feet out to the side and then coming down seated on your seat or a block or a cushion. Let's pause here. Notice the difference on this side versus the left, or the right, rather. You want your block ready, or your strap ready at the ready. Flex your feet. Just pause here. Feel the sensation and determine if you need to go farther. This might be as far as you go this morning. You want to go farther and take the arm variation, take the strap in your left hand, bend the elbow, join fingers in the back or the strap. Keep your eyes closed and just work on a straight spine. Work on using the breath to help sustain this posture. Flex the toes for a little bit more engagement. Bend at the waist if you took that variation. Keep breathing. Inhale, breath. Let's release this posture. Pause here. Take your hands behind. Press yourself forward. Undo. Come into tabletop. Maybe wag the tail side to side. And then come down, lying on your back. Moving into our last posture. Take the right knee into the right shoulder. Hug it really, really tightly into that. Take some ankle rolls. And then guide your right knee over with your left hand. Gaze over to the right. Using that top hand, press that knee down a little bit closer to the floor, pressing shoulder blades into the mat. Slowly release, extend the right leg. Let's take the opposite leg. Squeeze that knee into the left shoulder. These are all about the ascending colon. This is the descending colon. Taking the right hand, guide that left knee over. Gaze over to the right, shoulder blades pressing down, and see if you can press that left knee down a little bit more with that right hand. Come back to center. Now, hug both hands, both knees into the chest, but press the entire spine onto the back. So lengthen the spine and then pull those knees in for the transverse colon. Find your Shavasana. Take your heels wide. Arms come down to the side with palms up. Close your eyes. Find some darkness by covering your eyes. Slow breath in. Release the breath to your normal breathing. And just take a full time here for the time we have left for Shavasana.